Da-da-ba-da. Duh.
We're gonna make our own music now.
It's
You should be writing music for us, Andy.
Yeah. You get a third man on this team. Yeah.
Eventually.
Anyway, so moving on.
The what we like to call the squad seat. Basically, we just here talking about trending topics.
Gonna be asking you some hot button questions.
See what your opinion is on some
Sounds
stuff.
good.
What do you think about Harambe, Andy?
Be warned, you're talking to the internet. So don't say anything bad about Harambe.
I was serious. Do you have any opinion on Harambe?
Not really.
Really?
To be honest, no.
I mean, he's been dead a while, but
Yeah.
I feel like he's like resurging in the memosphere.
Yeah.
Resurging.
May he rest in peace.
He's never died, as far as the internet is aware.
Anyway, some real questions.
I mean, I was actually ready to talk
you
about.
want to talk about Harambe?
I mean, if you want
Let's
to talk
about Harambe.
So I think so it's one of those.
I think they should have shot Harambe and the kid.
Oh!
Just kill them all.
I think it's stupid how this gorilla was not even popular. He was just another gorilla in a zoo in Cincinnati, in Ohio, in the USA. No one cared. But then as soon as he got shot, yeah, it was a big deal because it's kind of it starts to be like a philosophical thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like what do? It's just.
I blame the zoo.
I blame the mom who wasn't watching her kid.
I think the zoo should have been more prepared for a scenario like that.
Well, yeah.
It took them, 20 minutes or something to even get somebody there to shoot the gorilla?
Really?
Yeah.
What?
Which, I think they probably could have tranked the gorilla.
That's what I was always thinking.
And, the fact that it took them that long to get somebody there to deal with the situation just tells that the zoo was not prepared to handle where, if somebody fell into an exhibit or, if an animal were to escape an exhibit.
Yeah.
I feel like they should be, more prepared with a tranquilizer and, somebody on standby. I blame the zoo.
This was the Cincinnati Zoo, right?
I have no idea.
Okay, I think it was, and this was it's not like one of those,
I think it's one of the bigger zoos.
Yeah. You would think that they would be able to respond quicker than that, but I don't know.
I mean, it happened a while ago, so I don't remember all the information, but
all I remember is the stupid memes that won't go away.
May he rest in peace.
Shut up!
Sweet Harambe.
You don't care about Harambe.
I care about Harambe.
Nobody cares about Harambe. The only person that cares about Harambe is the people who worked at the zoo, who worked at his enclosure. Those are the only people that truly care.
What if I told you that I knew about Harambe before he got shot?
No, you didn't.
But what if I told you that?
I wouldn't believe you.
Would you respect my decision to like Harambe then?
If that was true.
What if I have a selfie on my phone of me in the Cincinnati Zoo with Harambe in the background?
You don't.
Well, what if I did?
I don't know.
Would I be allowed to like Harambe then?
Possibly.
Okay.
Because you're not.
I'm gonna go Photoshop a picture with Harambe in the background.
Okay, cool. Thank you for being a major. Yeah, whatever. I don't even care. My mom listens to these now, so I can't. Thanks, Mom. Thanks, Mom, for still patrolling me.
Shout out for the newest listener, Mama Durnal.
Yeah, thanks, Mom. You're cool. I'm 18 and you're still, checking up on me. Thanks. So, back to...
That just got way too weird.
Wait, we kind of just...
Okay, so, Sam.
So, I've got a couple questions for you. Recently, there was a huge popularity spike in...
Harambe.
Shut up! Shut up! It was in Pokemon. And with that was the game Pokemon Go. And everybody played it for, a month, and everybody...
Did you play Pokemon Go?
I mean, I got iOS 7, so I can't get any of the new apps.
That sucks.
Yeah.
But anyways...
See, that's why Apple is the devil.
Yeah.
Because they give you these old phones, and they're like, oh, you have to upgrade. Otherwise, you're not going to get all the cool stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Android superiority, represent in the comments.
Android can suck it.
Anyways.
You're
talking about Harambe?
No!
I mean,
Shut
Pokemon Go.
If you mention Harambe one more time, I will walk out of this podcast.
It'll be the first time.
Won't be the last. Anyways, so they lost about 10 million users within the past month or so due to the fact that they would not update certain things that the players wanted.
Yeah.
Something that I wanted, I talked about this in episode 1, was a way to battle your friends.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like you could on the old games.
Yeah.
And they never did that, and I just lost interest, like all of my other friends. But recently they came out with another update that could potentially bring back some of those 10 million users that they lost. I think it was something like you could have a Pokemon walking with your avatar, and it slowly helps it level up instead of like you have to capture the Pokemon, get the candy, and then evolve it like that.
Yeah.
I still want to level up my Pokemon by fighting other Pokemon.
Yeah, that would be fantastic
Like,
too.
why can't I force my animals to kill other animals to level up?
I mean, they're not really killing them, much less like just knocking them out.
Yeah, but like, anyways,
Yeah.
concept of Pokemon still kind of dark when you think about it.
I mean, a little bit. You know, you capture these animals and keep them as your
And then force them to like attack their brethren.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty cold.
Yeah.
But do you have any thoughts on Pokemon Go? Was it something that made sense for it to be so popular, but then kind of go down in popularity? What are your thoughts?
I mean, I've never been a fan of Pokemon. I've never played Pokemon. But yeah, I mean, as a business, I mean, you have to be willing to give your consumers what they want. You have to be.
Yeah,
I mean,
definitely.
and that's kind of one of the things with Apple. I mean, Apple, users wanted an audio jack, and there's no audio jack. So, I mean, it's just, as a company, one of the things that you have to be willing to do is to conform your plans to
What the users want?
Exactly, yeah. So, I mean, that's something I think Pokemon definitely should have done better.
I feel like you've got a really good point.
I feel like they couldn't update the app very well because like their entire like research team and everything was too focused on trying to keep the servers up and like upgrading their servers.
Okay,
and
yeah,
they didn't
that
have
makes
time
sense.
to like really, because like programming the app and updating all that takes a lot of work, and when they're
Yeah,
spending all their
yeah.
time trying to make it so people can actually play it, like I think that's why they couldn't really update it.
I mean, yeah, that's true, but I mean, even if you're the head communications of Pokemon or whatever, then you should let your users know that we're keeping our servers
Yeah.
updated so you can play. We're gonna come out with a new update with what you're asking for as soon as we can. I mean, that's me.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. I think I need to learn more about business, especially since that's something I'm planning on going into in my life. But I really want to know, like, why is it like you made a really great comparison. Pokemon Go and Apple, they had all these overwhelming requests from their users to say, okay, Apple, we want a bigger battery. Or we want 3-way FaceTime.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. And then Apple says, removing the headphone jack.
Yeah.
And it's like, and then, the same thing with Pokemon Go. They're not listening to their users. I don't know if that's like a power play. I don't think it is. I think that'd be a terrible power play. It could just be something like they believe that users don't know what they want, in a sense. I don't know.
I mean, I think Apple has played on that especially. I mean, because, looking back, Apple was always the most innovative.
Oh,
that's
yeah.
that's how they've lived.
And
Steve Jobs
was
era.
alive.
Yeah, exactly. That was all Apple was just...
Yeah, come on, Tim Cook, you gotta
innovation.
step up.
Yeah, really.
Yeah. So, I think there is for an app like Pokemon, or at least Pokemon Go, you basically live off what your users want. And if you don't have any users, then you don't have the app, basically. So, but as a company like Apple, you have to... Apple is already a big enough company. It's got plenty of fans. It can basically do... Yeah, plenty of money.
They can
do
basically whatever they want, and
want.
it's not going to hurt the people. Are still going to buy their stuff.
And for Apple, removing the headphone jack, as a business move, it's going to earn them more money because now they got these AirPods that they're with the
$160 AirPods. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and I mean, people are gonna buy them, and I mean, that's a business move on Apple's part.
Granted, like,
so.
like they look like nice wireless headphones.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
A lot of wireless headphones aren't like two separate pieces because they're hard to get them to communicate. Like a few companies have figured it out so far. They've got the mic and they're also touch sensitive, so you can touch the earphone to like maybe like pause and play or something.
Okay,
So like
maybe they're a
they
little
are like nice headphones, but they're like Apple's like statement, like the EarPod shape, which is like came in every iPhone box and iPod box, and they were just like the default headphones, but now they're sort of like selling them separately because they're like, yeah, we're taking off the headphone jack.
Not really. They still have the.
Yeah,
they
they're
still have
including the
other
dongle ones.
Yo, bro,
Yeah.
can I borrow your dongle?
But I don't know where I was going with that.
Something like.
Yeah, like they are nice headphones.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I'm not saying that they're not. I'm saying that $160.
They're not $160 nice headphones.
Yeah, I
exactly.
agree with that.
Exactly. If I had $160, I wouldn't. I would
Like
spend
you can buy like a full over-ear wireless headphones that are so much nicer for
And
$160.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah. Or you can get the same
or you
price.
get like cheaper ones. Like
Exactly.
that's really pricey for some just little ear pods, even if they are wireless.
Yeah.
Here's my recommendation for Apple. I think I mentioned in the last episode, wait 2 years to release another phone. Don't do the every year phone. Like that's difficult. I sympathize with Apple releasing a phone every year that has something new that people want. I mean, that's difficult. Even if it's as easy as just putting a bigger battery in the phone. I think that's easy. Whatever. I guess whatever. Doesn't matter. The thing is, give it time. You know? Like it's hard to come up with creative, new, innovative stuff every year. So give it 2 years. You know? You know what I mean?
Yeah, but they're like, I feel like they do that because there are those customers that want a new phone every year and they want to upgrade every year.
Well,
like
they
most
can
people,
just
like
suck it.
you just bought the 6S. You're not gonna upgrade for a while. Andy, you've got a iPhone 4. Like there are people that buy the phones and they're not gonna upgrade for a while. Like my mom has an iPhone. She's an upgrade. She probably goes like skips an iPhone generation.
Yeah.
Like so, I think she has the 6 right now. And she won't get the 7, I can guarantee that. She'll probably maybe get the 8. It depends on, like, when her phone starts to get outdated. She can't use it anymore. And I feel like, that's how most people do, but there are those few people, those hardcore Apple fans that want to upgrade every year and keep up and just, have the best, newest product, that kind of thing.
See, I think the thing is that Apple's not really thinking about, oh, they want a new phone. I think they're thinking, oh, if we make a phone every year, there are going to be people who will buy it, and not necessarily because they want it. I mean, if you have an iPhone 6S, I mean, you probably don't want an iPhone 7, but there are people out there who have an iPhone 6S who are going to be going for the latest and greatest, and they're going to be getting the iPhone 7, and that's just, as a business, Apple is looking to make money. They are going to be...
And, like, one of my favorite features of, like, newer phones is IPv6 water resistant.
Which I guess
I think that is, like, awesome. From an Android user, like, my phone isn't water resistant, but that's definitely something I want in my next phone because that is a feature that I find so useful. Not only, you can be out in the rain, you can drop your phone in like, a puddle or something, but you can also just be something that's, like, go swimming with your phone and, like, not care.
I tried that with my Samsung Galaxy S5 one time.
Which is IPv, I think, 6 or
6
5.7 resistant.
I have no idea.
It's not as good as the 6.7, IPv6.7, but...
But, like, I took it under the pool with me, and I took a picture. I thought it was really cool, but then when I brought it back up, my speaker was, like, gargled.
Yeah, but after a while the water drains out and it goes back to normal.
Yeah, it was fine.
That was a common problem with water resistant phones. But I was saying that as an Android user, when I upgrade, I probably want to get an Android phone with water resistant. But if I was an iPhone user, and because like once you're like sort of an iPhone user, like you get used to the UI and stuff, and that's sort of like the only thing you do. If I was an iPhone user, I probably would want to upgrade to the 7 just because of the water resistant. Like, that's one of those features that I just love, and that really just that's the feature that really sells it for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Apple's behind a little bit on that feature because your Galaxy S5 that you had forever had a basic water resistant to it from 3 years ago.
Oh, at least 3 years ago. Yeah.
So,
but I mean, I've lost before my iPhone. I lost 2 flip phones in water.
Shoot.
So one I just completely forgot about in my pocket and went swimming with.
I hear that.
And the other one was just, it got rained on at a meet, actually. It was at a meet and it was raining and we didn't have a tent. It was just in the bag. And yeah, so now whenever I go anywhere, I put my Ziploc baggie.
which, they do have, the life-proof cases that
but those
are
cost
waterproof.
70 or 80
They're also
bucks.
really bulky.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
I don't have a case on my phone, and that's where I kind of like it. I kind of like just being a bare phone, because it's, especially with a lot of phones, because they're really slim now, and it's, when you put a case on, especially, if you don't want it to get damaged, you can add a lot of dimensions and weight to your phone. I like having just a slim phone.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Well, I think we've exhausted this topic.
I mean, Apple gives us a lot to talk about.
Yeah, but we started off with Pokemon Go. So, yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
So, I was actually looking up the news yesterday of, what we could talk about.
Yeah.
And this is probably the most ridiculous piece of news I've heard about in a while. Apparently, one of the British guards that, are standing outside Buckingham Palace.
Yeah.
Apparently, one of them snorted a powder-like substance off of his sword, while one of the other palace guards was recording.
What?
Goodness.
And those are
read
the
that.
guards that people try to mess with and they just stand still.
Yeah, the ones that are supposed to be super.
That's how they do it.
With those hats, the huge pillow hats or whatever.
Yeah, the huge 2 foot tall hats.
Yeah.
No. Apparently, one of them
Have you seen the video?
No, because apparently it was uploaded to a private network thing with all the other British guards or something like that. And then the one who was snorting it, he asked for it to be taken down, and then it got leaked.
Yeah.
And so
I'm sure it's out there on the internet, multiple places.
probably.
Yeah.
I read that and I was like, yeah, we're gonna talk about that. Because I don't know, I feel like at one side of the spectrum it's super hilarious. You wouldn't expect that to happen.
Mhm.
You would.
But you also have to wonder, is it actually drugs?
No,
It might have been they were just joking around and it was flour or something.
I think I read the article and the head of the palace guard or something the whatever I don't think it's a chief. It's
Commander or something.
Yeah, commander or something. They said it was probably not drugs.
Mhm.
That it was some other substance that they used to either clean with or
So they were just joking around. Really.
Yeah, they were just joking around. When you snort a what is it? It's the pixie sticks. What is it?
Oh yeah, the sugar dust.
Yeah, as a joke, you snort that and then you
don't snort stuff.
Don't that's
Just
even if it's
in
funny.
general, don't snort anything.
Yeah, just avoid putting stuff in your nose like that.
Unless it's oxygen, put oxygen in your nose.
I mean, you can avoid that too. I mean,
I mean, if you want to.
if you just don't want to be a mouth breather, that's fine. That's fine. Stranger Things. Anybody?
I still haven't finished it.
Dang it! Whatever. Mouth breathers. I mean, that's not where the term was coined, but they said it in Stranger Things.
Yeah.
Stranger Things is great.
Shameless plug.
Yeah, I mean, if the Duffer Brothers want to, throw me a...
They're coming out with a second season, right?
Oh, yeah. Next year, probably in the fall. Or around the same time as when this one was released, but... such a great show.
It's almost an entire year from now.
Yeah, really.
Yeah. Wow.
And they already have, the episode names planned out and everything. It's awesome.
Wow.
I'm so happy. But, yeah. So... And then on the other side of the spectrum, you would think, for these, palace guards, you think that they're supposed to be more than human. They're supposed to be, their one goal in life is to protect the queen and everything inside of Buckingham.
Yeah, I don't feel like walking around the outside with swords really like much protection. I feel like it's mostly
it's
for
more of a-
show now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I don't
You know, because like even in like England, the Queen doesn't have like any real power anymore.
Have they figured out
She's-
guns yet over in England?
I mean,
Do they know that guns exist?
but like the Queen doesn't have like any real power anymore. Like,
Oh,
just
does she not?
Not really. That's
Okay,
Parliament.
yeah,
Huh?
they actually have like what is it? Their minister,
Well, I
which
know
is like
they-
our
Prime
president.
Minister,
The prime
yeah.
minister,
I
which
know
is
they've
like
got like the chamber of like.
well, they have
the
like a prime
Parliament.
minister, which is like our president, who they vote into office, and he actually runs the country. Because it's not like a monarchy anymore, where like you know the
I
people
think it's
who are in the
like
royalty.
a constitutional monarchy, technically.
Yeah, it's mostly like how we are. They vote somebody into office and they run the country. So the Queen doesn't actually have like much power. She's just sort of like, it's like their heritage. You know, they still keep like the
Yeah.
royalty line, but like
Yeah.
it doesn't actually like mean much.
Man, that would suck for Queen Elizabeth. Just like sitting there one day and then be like, "Yeah, actually, you don't have power anymore. Have fun."
Well, you know, with like the prince and everything, and like I don't know what's the prince's name.
It's either Henry or Harry. I hear about two of them.
I don't keep up with British
Harry and
politics,
William.
but
Uh,
like because they had a
yeah,
kid or
yeah,
something, but
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
like they don't have any powers, just for like show.
Man, I mean, like, so they're basically like the Kardashians of England.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I mean, I don't think of the Kardashians as like
Royalty.
royalty in America.
Some
Yeah.
I
people
think
do.
of them as like
Some
the
people.
whitest trash in America.
I mean, yeah, the most publicized white trash. Yeah,
Yeah.
They're awful. Kim Kardashian, if you're listening to this, you suck, and you're a whore. Ow!
We don't have the same here, so.
I know, but I still love that.